What is up, guys? This is Hire once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cookie Kingdom. Today I'm going to be making the PvP tier list with only the epic cookies that are in the game, because obviously the PvE tier list that I made with all of the cookies is actually really long. It was almost 1 hour long, so I want to make it shorter this time. Just going to be including a PvP tier list for the epic cookies that are in the game so far, including the new Parfait cookie as well. So anyways, guys, if you guys enjoy this content and you guys find it helpful, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, and leave a comment down below if you guys agree with the tier list, or if you guys have any changes that you guys will make for your own tier list. Anyways, guys, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so here we go. I have this tier list right here. I have a label from SS, S, A, B, C, D, and F, and I also have all the rare and the commons as well, because this was the only tier list that I could find online right now, with all of the epic cookies included. So just don't worry about the bottom ones. I'm just gonna be worrying about the top epic, a legendary, and the ancient as well. So just to really quickly go over the tier that I'm going to be putting on these cookies. SS is going to be like the meta cookies, super strong if you have it. Place them in your team if you don't have a specific team that you are going for. S tier is going to be super strong, very good cookie as well. Will not be as strong as SS, but going to be really strong for pretty much tier from all the way from from the very bottom to all the way at least up to low diamonds even. A is going to be a good cookie, but it's still going to require some good team composition in order for that cookie to be viable. B tier is going to be just a average cookie pretty much, and then C, D, and F pretty much just don't really use them unless you don't have any other ones. So here we go. Almond is going to be A tier. Almond is a really strong cookie, but it can only be used in a one-shot team pretty much here. This cookie made the arena when the almond cookie came out, changed the arena meta completely. So because of that one-shot team becoming a thing, almond cookie is going to be a super strong cookie. If you guys want to be changing up your teams here and there to battle different team compositions, then you should be definitely investing in almond cookie to make a one-shot team as well. So I'm going to be putting almond at A tier, just because there are so many different teams out there, especially even in upper masters too, that have this one-shot cheese comp with almond. So almond is going to be A tier. Mango is also actually going to be at a tier for me too, because mango is actually really strong. Just needs to have a team that mango fits in, and that's mainly going to be in the almond cheese comp as well. There's a team you can make with almond and sea fairy with mango, and that will become a one-shot team for almond, using almond as well. So that 10% attacks boost is going to be really strong, along with the knockback and the stun from the sea fairy. So mango is actually going to be at an A tier for me. Mint Choco is actually going to be at an S tier this time around. The reason why is because Mint Choco, yes, Mint Choco is a mainly focusing on the attack speed. Mint Choco, however, does an insane amount of heal as well. Will be doing over 1 million at least in higher rank, right? Because of his heal. And also, if you combine Mint Choco with Pure Vanilla or any of the other healers, because you increase the attack speed of those cookies, instead of attacking faster, they'll be healing faster. So you're actually getting more out of it than just regular, other supports as well. So I want to be putting Mint Choco at S tier, and a lot of the higher upper ranking players actually use Mint Choco as their support as well. So I just want to keep that in mind. I want you guys to keep that in mind when you guys are thinking about upgrading or leveling up a support. And a very viable or very important cookie for speed comp that is currently still in the meta. So I just want to put Mint Choco at S tier. Werewolf is going to be at a D tier. Werewolf is not that great. People who don't have anything can use Werewolf, especially in the beginning stages of the game. If you guys were unlucky enough to just pull Werewolf, as your epic, then definitely Werewolf can do enough for you in the beginning, but later on as you guys get higher in the stages, Werewolf just doesn't do anything for you. Just having that little transformation and having a little bit of a HP boost and attack boost is not enough to defeat your enemies. So I would suggest, if you want to invest in Werewolf in the early games, maybe up to level 30, and then I wouldn't be upgrading him past that. Sea Fairy is our only legendary currently in the game, but going to be at an SS tier. You know, everybody is using Sea Fairy right now, if it's not for a speed comp, right? Or even for a speed comp actually, but there are different speed comps that are currently going on in the meta, but Sea Fairy is going to be in at least like 90% of all arena teams currently in the game. If you guys are looking at the top like 1000 or even just all masters, you will see Sea Fairy in one shot comp with Almond. You'll see him in or see her in the speed comp with Strawberry Crepe, Madeline, and Choco. And you will just see Sea Fairy in just so many different you know, teams right now, with Sorbet as well. So you know, Sea Fairy is a no-brainer. Just if you get her, you guys are lucky enough to pull her from the normal gacha, then definitely should be investing in her. Milk Cookie is going to be at a B tier for me. Not that great in arena, even with that you know, 50% defense boost, I believe, and taking less damage from the enemy and taunting them as well. You know, just there's so many AoE damages that are going on in the arena, that like Sea Fairy, Mango, Latte, Espresso, Black Raisin, that even with the taunt, right, you know, Milk Cookie might survive, but the back lines will never survive. So having Milk Cookie actually doesn't really help you in a sense, especially if you're dealing with a team that has so much AoE damage. And that's pretty much what the arena is. So I would say if you don't have any of the S or SS tier frontline cookies, then definitely go for Milk Cookie. Alright, moving on, Madeline is actually going to be at an S tier. The reason why Madeline is going to be at S tier is because, not because of speed comp, but actually because Madeline can be used in so many different comps right now. Especially with you know, speed comp actually being a meta. That's, you know, main reason why Madeline is going to be at S tier. But the debuff immunity and the knockback with his slashes actually allows you to do a ton of damage even with Madeline alone. So if Madeline is built with attack and damage resist, then Madeline is pretty much going to, you know, just constantly do damage even with somebody who having a Sea Fairy, unless they have a Sorbet. Sorbet is probably going to be the only counter to Madeline as of now, and because of his skill. But Madeline is just going to be a great cookie to invest in, especially with speed comp just being a very strong and stable comp right now. I would suggest, if you have Madeline cookie, to invest in Madeline for the arena. So Red Velvet is actually going to be at S tier right now too. Red Velvet, actually I bumped him up. I believe I put him at A, but I'm going to be putting him at S because of the new addition to the cookies and the meta shifting a little bit. So Red Velvet actually you know, pulls a cookie from the back, the rearmost you know, cookie, and stuns that cookie for 5 seconds, and that's going to allow you to basically kill that cookie and prevent either supporting or healing, whichever comes you know, first with Red Velvet's pull. And that's going to be a great combo with Sorbet that I will be putting in later, but definitely going to be a great addition. And even without Sorbet, there are plenty of cookies that attack the front line that Red Velvet can combo with. So I would definitely recommend you level up and upgrade and invest in Red Velvet if you don't have any good front line as well. But definitely going to be a secondary tank, not going to be your main tank. So just keep that in mind when you guys are using Red Velvet and thinking about using Red Velvet as the only tank. Purple Yam is going to be at F tier. I really hate Purple Yam. I've never seen anybody use Purple Yam unless you're in like the very bottom where, you know, basically new players just get into the game. Purple Yam basically has nothing but just going to be a very, you know, a little bit better version of Strawberry Cookie, and just going to be spinning and pushing the enemies, but doesn't get any buff, so basically will be dying every single time. So Purple Yam going to be an F tier. Pure Vanilla obviously is going to be an SS tier, the best healer in the game. There's no way for any other healers to really replace Pure Vanilla, unless you just don't have Pure Vanilla and you have to use somebody else. That's the only time when you will be using some other healing cookie instead of Pure Vanilla. The shield is amazing, heal is amazing. Just constant heal that Pure Vanilla does as an auto attack is just so strong as well. So I would definitely recommend you invest in Pure Vanilla and take advantage of all the events that it allows you to get Pure Vanilla Soul Stones. So definitely will be putting Pure Vanilla at an SS tier. I'm going to be putting Parfait at S tier here. Cannot put Parfait at SS tier because just won't be the same as Pure Vanilla, like I said, but very, very strong cookie, guys. The new addition to the 40% debuff resist, as well as the 10% of defense buff, and the constant heal actually will be out healing Min Choco and sometimes even Herb as well. So it's just the way you build a Parfait cookie. However, Parfait just having that 40% debuff resist is going to be putting her at a very strong place in the or very high place in the tier list as well, because Sea Fairy has a 3-second stun, Red Velvet has a 5-second stun, and other cookies as well have different debuffs that are going on in the game. However, Parfait is going to be almost cutting that down to even almost half. So Parfait definitely going to be strong and definitely going to be part of the meta that is coming right now. So that are currently going on in the game. So we'll be putting Parfait at S tier. Pastry is also going to be S tier because without even having a speed comp, Pastry can do a ton of damage. But even if you combine her with Madeline and Min Choco as well as maybe like Sea Fairy, man, Pastry is going to be just doing ton of damage in the arena, guys. You don't even need Almond because Pastry is always going to be attacking all of the enemies, up to 5 enemies, so just doing so much damage constantly. And once it passes that 1 minute mark, if you have a combo like a speed comp right here, then you will just be shredding the enemies. So definitely going to be recommending you to invest in Pastry as well, and it will be worth it for world exploration. Poison Mushroom I'm actually going to be putting at B tier because Poison Mushroom, yes, does decent amount of damage and does the poison constant damage, but is not as strong as any of these cookies. More geared towards like a guild boss battle pretty much, and that'll be it. So but we'll be putting Poison Mushroom at B tier for me. Snow Sugar is also going to be at D tier because the debuff, yes, attack speed debuff you can use, but the summoning of the Snow King doesn't really do anything for you, especially because Snow Sugar summoning that Snow King doesn't do any tanking. Yes, the Snow King has some HP, but it's not even in the front, so basically going to be a useless cookie when it comes to the arena. Sorbet is going to be at an SS tier right now. The reason why I'm putting Sorbet at SS tier is because it counters every single tank in the game right now, guys. And Sorbet can be used in a constant damage team, or you could even put Sorbet as a one-shot team with Almond and Sea Fairy. So definitely Sorbet is a very, very strong cookie. We'll be shredding through Madeline, Red Velvet, Strawberry Crepe that I'll be putting later on, and just doing ton of damage, especially because of Sorbet's skill. Once it reaches that 1 minute mark, there's basically no one that will be able to survive Sorbet unless you kill Sorbet first. I'll be putting Sparkling at A tier. The reason why I'm putting Sparkling actually at A tier is because he actually got a buff, and with the addition to that 25% crit percentage, you can actually use with Sorbet and Sea Fairy, and we'll be able to use instead of a Min Choco or even Parfait sometimes if you want to focus more towards that crit percentage. But it's just not a better cookie than Min Choco and Parfait as a support, so I would definitely just putting Sparkling at actually at a B tier for me. Strawberry Crepe actually going to be boosted up to SS tier for me for this arena season. I believe I put Strawberry Crepe at S tier, but Strawberry Crepe is coming back, making a good place back into the arena, especially with the addition of Sorbet, because the push is actually doing a lot of different things for your team, as well as the 50% the damage resist buff for the 2 of the lowest HP cookie is actually a lifesaver when it comes to the arena. So I'll be putting Strawberry Crepe at SS tier. Cream Puff is going to be at F tier, same reason as Purple Yam, just doesn't do anything for you, just a collection cookie and will be used only for the bonds. So don't use your Cream Puff for arena. Vampire is going to be at an S tier for me. Strong cookie, guys, strong cookie, but it just doesn't do enough for you, especially with the addition to all of these new cookies here. Vampire is losing his place in the arena and only will be good for guild boss battle or any of the boss battles currently in the game, because Vampire just cannot kill anyone in the back lane anymore, especially with enough damage resist substats on your cookies. There will just not be a time where Vampire will be able to one-shot your backline. So very strong cookie, however, still actually we'll be putting at A tier, because very strong cookie, however just not doing enough nowadays. So Vampire will be at an A tier for me. Moving on, Tiger Lily is actually going to be at an A tier for me as well. The reason why is because the stun is actually really strong, guys, and also you're gonna realize that Tiger Lily does not take any damage once she is riding on her tiger, and she can combo with a lot of different mini stun comp or even a stun comp as well. So we'll be putting Tiger Lily as A tier, and we'll be working great side by side with Almond as well. Next one is going to be Squid Ink. Squid Ink is actually going to be at A tier for me as well, guys. The reason why is because Squid Ink actually does a lot of damage. There's different combos that you can do with Squid Ink, however it just lacks the there's just something about Squid Ink that just lacks the damage when it comes to going against some of these cookies right here. So definitely cannot replace Sea Fairy or any of the other SS or S tier cookies, but if you are lucky enough to pull for Squid Ink through the InkWell gacha or the event, then definitely will be using Squid Ink as a member of the arena team for me if I had the if I had the option to do so. Pomegranate is going to be at a B tier. Same reason, because yes, the 20% attack boost can be good. However, when it comes to the arena, before even Pomegranate could use her skill, your cookies will start dying off, and the heal that Pomegranate does is lower than Parfait and lower than Min Choco as well, and is a little constant healing only over 5 seconds, while Parfait does it for 7 seconds. Pomegranate, yes, can be a good cookie, but we'll be putting her at B tier for the arena. Espresso is going to be at an S tier for me. Very strong cookie, and does the interrupting at the very end of his skill, so we'll be able to block some of the skills that some of the cookies are doing. So Espresso just does a lot of nuking damage as well, so going to be a very good cookie, and we'll be having we'll have a place in a lot of different arena team that are still going on in the meta. Dark Choco is actually going to be S tier for me, not an SS tier. The reason why is because Dark Choco, it can be good, but as the only tank in the game or in the team, will not be as strong as having maybe like Strawberry Crepe or Madeline or right now. So basically, if you want to use Dark Choco, will have to be next to one of these cookies in order for him to just be on the side, doing his thing of decreasing the defense of the cookie by 20% with his skill. But definitely a strong cookie, and if you don't have any of these, definitely would recommend at least using Dark Choco as your main front line. Fig is going to be at a C tier. You won't be using Fig, but the 20% attack debuff can work. So in case you don't have any of these, then you can use Fig. Fig will be better than these right here, DNF. So I will just be putting Fig at C tier. Still trash though. Rye is going to be at an A tier. Definitely a strong cookie, but the only combo that you can really do with Rye right now is Almond. Almond Rye is a very strong comp still, and we'll be, you'll be seeing Almond Rye in even lower mid masters as well. So very strong cookie, but the only combo that you can do with Rye is going to be with Almond. So I'm going to be putting Rye at A tier. Herb is going to be at a at an S tier. I'll just put him at an S tier because yes, Parfait and Mint Choco can do the same amount of healing as Herb. However, Herb is still a healing cookie. So if you don't have pure vanilla, then I will definitely recommend you at least use Herb. Will not be completely replacing Parfait or Mint Choco for Herb in place of a healing cookie, but you can use them together, and that will still make up some lacking points of pure vanilla if you don't have pure vanilla, basically. So still going to be pure vanilla number 1, and then Herb is going to be like a just use until you get a pure vanilla. So chili pepper is going to be a C tier for me. Just not that great, guys. I just won't use chili pepper in any of my arena teams, especially even if you're new. There's just better cookies out there that you can be using instead of chili pepper. Even like Adventurer you can use instead of chili pepper, in my opinion. So I'm just going to be putting chili pepper at C tier, just an very, very, very average cookie. Black Raisin is going to be on an S tier here, guys. The reason why Black Raisin is going to be at S tier, just a very strong cookie, and can really combo well with Red Velvet. So Red Velvet will pull the backline to the front, and the Black Raisin will be slashing away at that enemy. So these two can be a really good combo, and also Sea Fairy combo is very good, and also Almond combo can be very good as well. So Black Raisin has a very strong place in the arena meta still currently. Will not be in like the very, very high masters, but still in mid masters and high diamonds you'll see a lot of Black Raisin. Lilac is going to be at an A tier. The reason why I'm putting Lilac at A tier is because yes, Lilac can be a very, very strong cookie, but need to be comboed with different speed comps in order for Lilac to be viable. Even if you try to use Lilac as a main DPS, you won't be doing as much damage as Pastry or Madeline or Sea Fairy, Sorbet, and Black Raisin. So Lilac needs to have a lot of different resources going into this team if you want to use Lilac as a main DPS or even as a cookie part of your team. Kumio is going to be at a C tier. Yes, the charm is good, but being a charge cookie just doesn't do much for you and will die off before you can even use the skill twice. So I'll just be putting the Kumio at a C tier. Next one is going to be Licorice. Licorice is actually going to be at S tier for me. Very strong cookie as well. The 20% debuff, defense buff is going to be good. The summoning of the minions is actually really good, and also going to be working very, very well with Black Raisin, Sea Fairy, and Licorice. This combo that I've seen so many places currently in the arena meta. So Licorice is going to be at an S tier for me, and Latte last is going to be at an S tier for me as well. Same reason as Espresso and Black Raisin, just a very good AoE damage cookie, and immobilizes the enemy and silences them as well. So will be great combo with using with maybe even Licorice, Raisin, Sea Fairy, and the other cookies here. So pretty much you can basically make a team out of these SS and S tier, and you'll be able to push at least up to high crystals, I would say, or even low diamonds. And then as you get higher into the diamonds and masters, you're gonna need a specific team comp that works, and that will be able to beat and kill off all the other arena teams. But as of now, this is going to be the current mid August tier list for me. for PvP, guys. Anyways, guys, if you guys found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on any future Cookie or Kingdom videos that I post. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video once again, and I'll see you guys next time.